Nariano, maybe? Is he in here? That's where he lives? The Nariano. Hey, Miss Nari, come out. The door slowly opens. A middle-aged man appears on the doorstep. He looks a little too clean for these surroundings. He's holding a glass of something orange. It's good day from the doorway. Apparently not trusting you enough to talk face to face. Good day. He says you silently. His gaze quickly runs over your clothes, pausing at the cage around your neck. He doesn't pay any attention to your face at all. The stranger leans against the door, finished with his assessment of you. Judging by the expression on his face, he got roughly a 4 out of 10. Trying to find a way to the upper district. Aren't we all? I don't plan on living here. Just have to take care of one thing, and that's it. Could possibly be to do there. Tell the truth. Need to get something. Something important to me. How important? Man of business. I'd say about 1 bag of sand important. 5 bags. Just for you to continue. 7 bags? Man starts nodding, puts his hand down, stop moving. Jeez. I don't know if I want to give him all my sand. $10 bags? 10. Now you're speaking my language. Love it when that person wants something that badly. In a flash, the man transformed from a reserved aristocrat to a jolly businessman. Not a bad start to the day. Helping those in need, you might say. You teach me where I can get all that sand. You just need to find what works for you. Have things to sell. If possessions need to sell off, how about I give them to you at a lower price? Man of business, you see. Dealing with junk doesn't fit my status anymore. But I'm sure the buyers find the way. Alright, back when I get 10 bags of sand. How much sand do I got? I've 7. Okay. Time to sell. Brush the sand off the tent and notice passersby start looking over more frequently. What do we have to sell? Everything left in the bag. Some weird gas cylinders. You dig up to Jenkins' bag. Empty. Just put them on the counter anyway. Rooting around the bag. Some rags and a cup. Doubt you'll ever get 1 bag of sand for all this stuff. But something else. Some kind of map. Bet we can do something with that. Notice the customer approaching. Listen carefully and remember this. Man is a quite clean cut, possibly from upper district. Are you listening? Say this map leads to something important, a treasure or whatever. What are you selling? The old man looks at the canisters, interested. Say anything to push this map. Something special? Somebody have called it a real treasure. The old man doesn't react. He probably hears the same thing every day. Hope you don't mean these helium cylinders. He points at cylinders. They're empty, by the way. Show him part of the map. Continue. What can I say? 10 bags of sand and the map is yours. I can just pour out 10 bags of that map. Leads us nowhere. Leads to a treasure. Which treasure exactly? Tap on Roderick's cage. I'm thinking. Map to water, to a place of sand, a pile of food, shelter. Well. Water. The old man takes a flask from his belt, silently takes a drink. What's that you say? Wipes his mouth and his sleeve. Alright, I think I read that guy gave a water for free in that upper district. It's my fault. Food? What food? Are you trying to say there's food just lying around in the desert? I'll just go to waste out there. Alright, shelter? You know about the shelter too. Well, there's a lot I know. Try to sound convincing. 10 bags, you say? I'll give you 5, but the shelter isn't there. I'll come back, I'll give you 5 more. 5? Wax. Right, to your head. With this, he shows you a small club in his belt. Great, we have some sand already. Well, I think we have enough. Yeah, we got 12. Here's your 10 bags. My dear friend, wonderful, wonderful. Jumps down from the entryway like an excited child. May I? He looks at your bags, ignoring you. Wonderful, wonderful. He counts the bags. Counts out 2, which he hands back to you. Give these to Janine, the woman who does salvage work at the scrap heap. Tell her Mr. Nariano sent you. And he scoops up the remaining bags and starts to head back into his home. So it only costs 2 bags to get into the upper district, and you're just keeping the rest for yourself just because you know this is Janine? Truly a pleasure doing business with you, my dear friend. Come back anytime. He disappears behind the door. Alright. Woman has cleaned out at least 10 more computers since you were last here. The parts are lying next to her in piles. She notices 2 bags of red sand you're holding. How's Mr. Yarna doing? She nods. These 8 bags of sand better for now. He hasn't lost his touch. Hold on. Once we leave, we won't be coming back here. Are you sure you're ready? Now let's go. Toss 2 bags of sand at the woman's feet. Let's get to it. I don't have much time. Frame 42, your time's up. Prepare to leave town, I repeat. Well, it looks like you're too late. Is that a joke? I already paid you. Damn guards are about to come looking for me, and you're... Still looks at you silently. Smiling. I'm kidding, let's go. She clears away a small heap of metal scrap from the wall and pull the lever there. It's open. I'd hurry if I were you. Thanks. Smiles again. Seems the whole situation strikes her as comical. Little advice for you. Trust a bag of bricks. Oh? What? Not going back now. Needless to say, it smells awful in this pipe. It smells awful in here. This is just a drainage pit in the square. It's not the sewer system, so it could be worse. Doesn't make me feel better. By a pile of trash and rags, almost looks like a barricade. Get apart. Grab one of the boards, try to move it. Stuck right down. Kick it. Board springs back up. I'm over. Poke around support. One of the trash bags seems to be full of rocks and bricks. Trust the bag of bricks. Put your weight down. Throw your leg over the barricade over the boards. Put your pancake caught on a nail sticking out of the board. One free your hand. Yeah. Shift your weight. Try the right hand to hook your pant leg from the nail. Can't get... Damn it. Come on, you're so close. Pant leg is free. Jump the rest of the way over the barricade and land on your feet. Final warning. The teen operator train 42, your time is up. Leave town immediately or your train will be confiscated. You're right, there's definitely no going back. Might be another wreckage. Tons of broken glass scattered around it. Gotta be more careful. Not sure which would be a better way to do here. Pick up the shards. The shard goes into the bucket. Hand twitches and a small shard of gas embeds itself in your finger. Ow. Thought you were done already. Straighten up and it looks like you're in fact done. And now you can try to jump over the obstacle. Running start. Begin to pick up speed. Spring off the ground. Why'd you jump so soon? You fly through the air. Now watch where you go. You fly right into the barricade. Not over the barricade. Into the barricade. Damn. Are you alive? Broke down the whole barricade with your body. Felt it. Are you in one piece? Not sure. Damn, I think my shoulder is stand up somewhat. Alright. Interesting. Last barricade. Not like it can't get any dirtier. Joy storm is approaching. It will hit us in 5 minutes. Certainly is one of those. After this junkyard, even an ordinary storm make me happy. Examine it. Bunch of junk. Feel like you can probably just step over. Right. Carefully lift one leg over and quickly find yourself on the other side. That was easy. Hurry up and get outside. Alright, let's see what's the upper district. Some health. I can use. Joy storm has arrived. I repeat, the joy storm. Dad, is that you? Hear the sound of sand pouring out. It's getting closer. Soon it envelops the whole consciousness. You're suddenly overtaken by such a strong emotion that you involuntarily lean forward. It's like you're drowning in a calm, relaxing sea. Peace and quiet. Turn your head to the left and see your sister standing behind you. You're happy. She's not in danger anymore. Turn to your right and see your brothers. Sitting next to you. All 10 brothers and you. You're wearing strangely colored armor, and you look down to see that you have the same armor on. Touch the armor, piece flakes off, burning your hand. The image starts to fade. The vision passes, and its place you're filled with is unbelievably nostalgic sense of longing. Teen? It's evening already. How long was I out? Pretty long time. Long enough that I started worrying about you. Damn it, we need to hurry. So how was it? It was strange. It's like I was home. I'd do that again. Poor guy sitting on the ground, leaning against the wall, an idiotic grin lighting his face. Are you okay? Marie, you're such a good girl, Marie. Looks like you're still caught in the joy sewing. 2 minutes pass, 3, 5. Finally, the man opens his eyes. Oh, need something, man? Thanks for not interrupting me. I really got caught up in that one. Hold on. Why did your visions last so long when mine ended 10 minutes ago? Is it your first joy storm, man? Yeah, kind of. Here's some advice. Try not to move or look around too much. Concentrate on the thing and don't use up all your strength at once. That helps the visions last longer. I got it. What is you wanted? I'm looking for the meteorologist's house. Looking for the sail, huh? Head straight south. The square. You should see the sail tent. But it wouldn't count much if I were you. Thanks. Inside making soup. Someone else is making soup. See device lined up in dusty counter. Are you out of your mind with the prices like that, you old hag? I'm a man standing nearby who calls out the direction of the counter. A tired-looking woman behind the counter sees in the slightest flame of hope flares up in her eyes when she sees you. Another one. You're here just to look, no money, then get lost. The counter's still surprisingly full, considering the meteorologist died a whole 3 days ago. Examine the counter. It's covered with devices of different sizes and complexities. Which controls the weather? I don't know. Text says the device is covered with switches and dials. They're all covered with switches and dials. How about we look for the most worn out one? Looks like they've been used every day. It's either fits the description. One on the right and left. Ask about the one on the left. What's for this? 100 bags of sand. How much? The price is firm. My husband didn't make all these devices or what by hand just for them to be given out for free. I paid 10 bags of sand as a bribe just to get in here. And for that, I had to crawl through a sewer. Hey, distressed. I'm cool. Thank you. A bribe? You want 100 bags for some piece of junk. Just grab it and jump out of the book. We'll figure it out later. Where are you seeing junk here, you jerk? Get lost. I'm calling the guards. Let's grab the device, damn it. One who deserves to be arrested. 100 bags, you're insane. That's what I said. She's insane. You heard the old man shouting from behind you. Not sure why he's still here. Hands up. Heard slowly to see 2 guards and their clubs raised and ready. That's him. He tried to steal my husband's possessions. Arrest him. Well, just looking. Don't worry, miss. We'll handle this. Both guards start walking slowly. Run away. Charge forward, but you trip over the cable sticking to the sand, you fall to your face. Guards, meteorologist watches you in silence. You hear the whooshing club somewhere above you. Watch out! Ooh. Silence falls. And darkness. You open your eyes. It's cold. Damn it. I was out for a long... Damn guards. Anything happen while I was passed out? Roderick? Took Roderick. Follow the tracks. See a motionless body lay face down on the sand. Disturb our town's peace. The Bookwalker. Man wearing a coat. Tag sewn in his chest. Examine it. W204. It also had a logo of a company called Reed Rem on it. I was serving time too. He be doing. Nothing in the right pocket. Left pocket find some cash and some old faded checks. One of them phone service. I'm gonna eat that. Oh, the ladder's raised. That's not good. No slight yellow cover between the loose panes. Examine it. See barely noticeable inscription on the plate. Trust a bag of bricks. I already know that. Notice that the wall plate isn't completely attached to the wall. Maybe I can move it. Use some more food. Cool game. I hope you get more views. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this really enjoying this game. Nothing. Shake the grating. Won't budge. Shaking it. Shake it. Like a psycho. Pull the steel bars with your might. Nothing happens. This is just great. So close. Looks like the end. Just asked because I just joined, but what's it about? Well, the game is we are an author, and in the game, if you commit a crime, they put a writer's block on you. You can't write. And so I start taking these illegal jobs where I hop in. Well, these people give me a job illegally where I go into these books and I steal legendary items from them. Like we've stole Thor's hammer, we've stolen Excalibur, and this one we're looking for a weather controller. So that's where we're trying to look for now. Remember that you have the ink you can use. You've got plenty on the other occasions. All right. In the grate. Ink envelops the bars. Escape slowly rust. Bang. Easily knocked them out of the place near the path. I'm coming, Roderick. Yeah, the concept of this game is pretty cool. I like it. Anything here? Around the corner, you peek out at the tent. Yes, Mr. Neri, I'm sure he was looking for that exact thing. Call it a weather controller. Mr. Narian is carefully twisting a device in his hands, trying to figure out how it works. It's already here too. This thing really can control the storms. Do you really think my husband really created something like that and didn't tell us? All these years? All those people who died in the storms and went insane might have been responsible for all of that. Wouldn't jump to conclusions. Don't actually know what the device can do, and maybe your husband did everything he could. I hope so. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for telling me. Would have been terrible if such a valuable object fell in the hands of a stranger. I think we should break the woman's radio. It shatters radio on the woman runs into the house. Give me that. Can it really control the weather? Of course not. Then why have you been hunting for it? You found sand for me. Crawled through the sewer. Looks like your clothes more than once, it looks like. This thing could decide the fate of our town, so I can't give it to you. I don't care. He takes a step back, grasping Kodo tightly into his chest. It looks like he's prepared to fight for the very end. You notice a familiar object around his neck. That's mine. Point to the cage hanging around Neriano's neck. Why the hell did you manage to steal it? Sharply yank the cage off his neck and stuff in your pocket. He flinches, not expecting you to act so suddenly. Need to run now. Huh? The death storm coming. I repeat, a death storm is approaching. Start evacuating. We have 10 minutes. Did you push something? No, I didn't touch it. We need to stop the storm. Give it to me now. Not a chance. Tell me how it works and I'll stop the storm. I don't actually know, but I can try to figure it out. Looking for instructions. And what use are you? You're just going to let people's lives depend on your attempt to try to figure it out? Let me at least look at the display so I can see what it means. 7 minutes. Anyone with attempt an empty train, take an upper district residence. Train 12 is causing a jam up at the exit. The wheel fell off. Get the car off the tracks. It's blocking the way. I'm going to see Lind if he and I will figure this out ourselves. Hit him. Try to grab him. But out of the corner of your eye, you see an object flying right at you. Steel tip of a cane. Not again. You fall right before you hit the ground. You see Nerio climbing the stairs, meteorology tower. Right. You open your eyes with some difficulty. Finally, get up the tower and grab the controller. I don't know anything about the controller. My father didn't tell me anything. Wrong button. Need to check the storm meter. Warning, death storm in 2 minutes. I don't know either. Just push something, Mr. Nariano. Let's go. One final push. This has been such a long day. Nariano is arguing with a young man and a controller in their hands. The wind blows through the window. The storm is almost here. We're out of time. Knock him unconscious. Before he can react, you punch him in the jaw. Can't have you interfering. The young man watches in silence, slowly pressing himself against the wall. You take the controller off of Mr. Nariano's unconscious body. You had your chance to stop the storm. Now it's my turn. The young man presses himself against the panel of the instruments, red lights flashing all over it. 30 seconds, he says, taking a quick glance out the window and squeezes his eyes shut. Examine the weather controller. Dozens of buttons and switches, and not a single one is labeled. What an egotistic asshole. He looks at the young man, shoots it filled with 10% understanding, 90% fear of dying in a death storm. There are 3 big switches above the display. Start with those and I'll check the text. But there is not much about that here either. Flip the switch. Makes no sound as it moves. It seems completely broken. Second switch. Lights up on the panel. Below comes on. There are 2 buttons next to the light. Press the second. The whole panel goes dark. Device looks like you just did when you started. Oh my god. Second switch. Lights come on. First one. Alarm set for 4 a.m. coming from the device. The young man gives you a gloomy look. His shred of hope that he might be saved seems to have just been evaporated. Third switch. The device starts vibrating. First switch. The switch clicks loudly and it moves, and multitudes of indicators and buttons light up on the display. Let's see. You spin the device around, trying to decide what buttons to push now. Wind is coming through the window, picking up. A strange metallic taste starts filling your mouth. You smell burnt metal. Here it goes. Pray and push random button. The storm is still moving. You close your eyes and push a random button. Slow down, but it's still getting closer. You scream and push random button. Soft. It's moving away. It's moving away. Put the coolant down, shaking your hands, and you hear cheers from the people outside getting louder and louder. That was close. Way too much going on. My first day. He holds up his head in his hands. A large crowd is gathered in front of the tower, and the people around you are loudly discussing just what happened. I saw the storm move away in the last minute. I saw it with my very own eyes. And it was just about to reach the town, but then it stopped. Alright, calm down. The storm is gone. You can go home now. What if it comes back? Well, we just have to hope it doesn't come back. Why did it move away in the last second anyways? Yeah, I know. It's... We're getting close there, weren't we? Yeah, why did it get so close to the town? It never happened before. A long story. We drove it off. Don't worry. We? Who's we? It was the young meteorologist. Put your hands on the young man soldier. Lindeth, the young meteorologist. Did an excellent job proving itself. You managed to neutralize the death storm at the very last second. The crowd started cheering. Hooray for Lindeth. What do you mean neutralize? It's not important. What's important is that you're not in danger right now. Time for me to go. Look at the uncomprehending crowd before you jump and your eyes slide over to the people and they meet Lindeth's looking straight at you. Are you that... He gestures the controller, which you're already tucked under your arm and preparing to jump out of the... Listen, kid. This is your moment of truth, a teen. Your moment of... Okay, so... I'm supposed to here to take this. You'll just do fine without it? Let's try it. I heard these storms never hit town anyway. Just keep going a little longer and the book will end. I mean... And then everything will work out itself out. There are storms where you come from too. Definitely not like these. And maybe you can leave it with us, that device. Since the next time a storm comes, we won't be able to Sorry, I can't. This device is the only thing that's keeping me from something dear to me. Oh. Alright. Backs off defeatingly. Oh my gosh. What? Leave the book. Sorry. You're all